Oh, it's gonna be me. Hey book besties, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emma Soup, a book lover that's always on a binge. It's that time of the month again where we pick out our books for the next month. I'm gonna put on screen the books that I did pick out in the month of June and whether or not I read them. For the books that I didn't get to, I will be carrying it over in July, but I will still be picking out 5 prompts this time for our July TBR pick. So let's get started. Our first prompt for the month will be a book with gods or goddesses. A book with gods or goddesses. Would it be cheating if it's a god or goddess in the name, in the title? Because I do have a series of mine that I wanted to start this summer. I think the 4th book comes out sometime end of July or August or something like there. So I figured, why not read The City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. This is a big and juicy urban fantasy book. I've heard really great things about this series. It's been on my TBR for the longest time. It's actually one of the first series I've ever bought, just have never read. Seeing as how I'm reading a lot of thick books since the start of the year, I figured it is the series' time to shine. So I'm gonna twist the prompt a bit and say that this should count because I think there may be gods in this anyway. It says there's a devil. So if there's a devil, there must be a god. Let me read the back because I actually don't know what it's about. Death is only the beginning. Lauren Kala has only ever been ordinary, as a human struggling to survive in a city that caters to the needs of vampires, werewolves, witches, and other supernatural creatures. She always assumed her life would remain simple, predictable, and as safe as her world would allow, until she barely escapes abduction at the hands of Darkslayers, supernatural bounty hunters that possess the sight, a magical tracking ability that allows them to see a person's aura, and one of her friends is taken in her place. The abductors are demanding a ransom, Lauren's life, in exchange for her friend's safe return. Lauren will do whatever it takes to get her friend back, even if it means accepting help from Darien Castle, the leader of the 7 Devils, the most feared dark slaying circle in the city. Okay! Darien specializes in tracking down demons and criminals that are better off dead than alive, so when he takes a job to track down Lauren and finds out she is human and couldn't hurt a fly if her life depended on it, he decides to protect her instead of turn her in for a reward. As much as Lauren doesn't want to admit it, Darien is her best and only chance at finding her friend alive. If she can somehow manage to get along with him and not fall head over heels in love with him in the process, which is far easier said than done. When more women start disappearing and some of them slowly turn up dead, Lauren and Darien's search for answers take deep into Angel Thane's corrupt underbelly, where they discover a dark secret that threatens to unravel the world. And when tragedy strikes, Lauren learns that love can make an ordinary person do extraordinary things. I like this. This is giving underdog FMC. So we're gonna pick this one as our first book. She is about 730 pages or so. I'm gonna kill it with this one. I'm gonna do it. All right, our second prompt is gonna be a book with a one-word title. So I found 3 books with one-word titles in them. 2 of them are actually fairly new, and then one of them I've had for a couple months now from an Illumicrate subscription box that I had, and I just haven't picked it up, but she is gorgeous. First one we have is Water Moon. And then look at the edges, so pretty. I'm not too sure what this is about either. I believe it is fantasy, and she's about just under 400 pages. So she's a possibility. Next, we have Enigma by Runix, which is a newer book that just came out this year. I've never read any Runix books before. I know the Dark Verse series is very popular from there. So this will be my introduction if I do end up picking it. And it is a dark academia romance. Oh, I actually haven't opened this, but the art, excuse me? That's pretty. Let's read the blurb. Salem Salazar is a Mortimer University legacy and the black sheep of her scandal-ridden wealthy family. I already love the name. Salem Salazar. Is she a baddie? Sounds like a baddie name. And also reminds me of Hogwarts for some reason. Is she a Slytherin? Obsessed with death, she arrives at Mortimer on the hunt for answers about what happened to her perfect missing older sister. There, she discovers that her sister is far from the only girl to have gone missing at Mortimer. Salem will do anything to discover what dark forces are killing Mortimer students, even if it means using herself as bait. And Casimir van der Waal has caught her scent He has a dark past, a hidden agenda, and a ravenous appetite for a beautiful golden-eyed girl who seems determined to risk her life. But he is far from the most dangerous thing at Mortimer. In this magnificent, steamy, dark academia romance filled with taut suspense, sparks will fly, rivals will become lovers, terrible truths will be revealed, and an epic love will change everything. This just got me really hyped up to read it now. Next, we have Direbound. This is this one word? I think it is one word. From the spine, it looks like it's a one word title, but the front doesn't look like a one word title, so I'm confused about this one. I'm just gonna settle on that. It's one word. It's a fantasy romance, I believe. This has been popping up everywhere. I've heard amazing things about it. Do I know what it's about? No. No, I don't. As usual. But there is a wolf in the front. So it's about wolves. Shape-shifting, maybe? Let me just read the blurb. Only the worthy survive. She'll risk everything to be one of them. When Marin Cooper's sister is kidnapped by the enemy, Marin enlists in the army, desperate to get across the border to save Sable from their mortal foes. But she doesn't realize there are bonding trials this year, meaning all soldiers are forced to risk their lives to connect with a dire wolf, and Marin is thrown into a deadly competition. Now she'll need to survive the next 4 months of training at the castle if she wants a chance of fighting Sable. But Marin is bound to a feral dire wolf who refuses to communicate. The other trainees would love to spill her common blood, and her gorgeous instructor, Stark Therion, is as malicious as the wolves himself. Everyone is out to get her, everyone but the dangerously handsome crown prince, Killian Valtier. But if she loses her heart to him, she may also lose her life, and the castle is hiding dark secrets. Ooh, they just gave us 2 male character names there, so I'm sensing a love triangle with how she describes them as well. Her gorgeous instructor and the dangerously handsome crown prince. Personally, I would love a prince, but which one will she choose? You know what, to make it more fun, I will leave it up to chance, and we're gonna go with the app Schwazi to choose which one we will be picking up in the month of July. All right, the pointer finger will be Direbound, Enigma will be the middle finger, and then Water Moon will be our ring finger. So now, haha, there we go. That was really fast. That was Direbound it is. Our second TBR pick for the month will be this one. Now let's choose our third prompt for the month. I'm really trying to dig down there because I can never reach the bottom. Let's see. Oh, it has finally come. The time for me to read a YA fantasy book. We have a couple choices. We do. The ones that I have in mind are in fact the first book in a series. And I'm really doing it to myself this month with starting new series. So series. Don't mind me. Never mind me. Anyway, so these are the 4 YA fantasy books that I have in mind. We have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. We have Caraval by Stephanie Garber, The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, and then Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. Oh, everything's falling. That's cool. Now, since I've already picked up 2 very thick books, I kind of want to try to pick one that is not so thick. So hopefully that will narrow these down for me. And I can already tell Shatter Me seems to be the thinnest one. 326 pages, and they are very big words as well. So this one I might be able to fly through fairly easily. This is a commitment because I think there's 6 or 7 books out, plus the novellas, which I don't own. I only have the original 6, and then the newest one is Watch Me, which I don't have. So I don't know if I want to commit to this yet. I am very interested. I really want to. I've had this for a long time, and it just needs to be read. You know. Another one that's been on my shelf for a long time is The Kiss of Deception. This is a YA fantasy romance as well, and she is about 450 pages or so. The words are not as big as Shatter Me, but I feel like they're pretty standard. I also feel like this could be really easy. Plus, there's only 3 books for this. This is a trilogy. And I know there's another series that comes after it that is set in the same world, I believe. And I also have that, and it's just a duology. I just don't like reading the first book of a series and not read the rest, you know? I haven't really done that except for Magnolia Parks, just because that is like a very emotional traumatizing type of series and frustrating as well. So I stopped a bit on that, but I will continue. Next is Caraval, which is also a trilogy and is a YA fantasy romance. And I also have the other series that's part of the same world, which is Once Upon a Broken Heart. All 3 books as well. I know, I have a problem. I do. I have a problem of buying the whole set before I even read the first book. That is my vice, and I will continue to ignore it. Now this one is about 430 or so pages. The words are fairly good size as well. I'm getting like a circus or The Greatest Showman type of vibe from this cover alone. So she might also be a good choice. Oh dear God. I always get so jumpy when I almost drop things. I don't know why. I feel like everything will break on me one day. And then finally, we have one of the very top trilogies of the internet, which is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I do have all of them as well, including the novella. And she is quite thick and the words are quite tiny. The margins are just all fairly wide for some of these. That's why they're so thick. We're gonna use a spin the wheel with 4 books because that way it's even ground for all of them. I made the wheel. We are now gonna spin together. Spin. Can't really see from here, so you guys are gonna have to tell me. Can you tell me what it is? Oh, ding ding ding, Shatter me it is, everyone. I'm excited. We're gonna meet Jeannette, and I don't even know who else is in this. But we're gonna find out together. I will probably do a reading vlog for the entire thing because I think it's complete. No, there was literally a new book that came out. But I don't know if that's part of the main story or not. I don't know, but I will do a reading vlog for you guys because I myself enjoy doing them anyway. And it's fun to see my reactions to stuff. If you guys haven't seen my latest reading vlog video where I read my most anticipated reads for the year, make sure to do that now. Go ahead, I'll put it up right here. For our 4th prompt, it's gonna be me. A book that is part of a series. Look at that. I was basically calling upon it when I talked about Magnolia Parks. So I guess my journey in that is about to continue this month. I do love this cover. I really do. I love the art of this. I'm so glad I picked up the UK covers of this. She's thick and the words are so tiny. Why are they so tiny? This one continues Magnolia and BJ's story. I love them. I love Magnolia and BJ from the first book, but I don't think they're my favorite couple in the series. Daisy Hates and Christian Hems are, but I'm still looking forward to their story and seeing how it pans out for them. I'm terrified for them. I really am, because they're just so toxic. I feel like they shouldn't be together, but I want them to be together because they want to be together, but they're just not healthy. It's just not a healthy relationship. Will we get a healthy one in this one? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. Now for the final prompt of the month, it will be a book with a blue cover. This is a very left field choice, but she is also one of the shortest books that I have right now. The Glass Castle by Jeannette Walls. My best friend has been recommending me to read this, and I told her I was going to read this in the month of June, but I don't have enough time. So this will be read in July, and she is very short. It is a memoir, which is way out of my comfort zone. I don't read nonfictions at all. We're gonna try this one out. In the back it says, The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption, and a revelatory look into a family at once deeply dysfunctional and uniquely vibrant. When sober, Jeannette's brilliant and charismatic father captured his children's imagination, teaching them physics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. But when he drank, he was dishonest and destructive. Her mother was a free spirit who abhorred the idea of domesticity and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. The Walls children learned to take care of themselves. They fed, clothed, and protected one another, and eventually found their way to New York. Their parents followed them, choosing to be homeless even as their children prospered. The Glass Castle is truly astonishing, a memoir permeated by the intense love of a peculiar but loyal family. I feel like this is a crying book. Apparently, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home is not enough for me to cry on. I need this one too. These are the 5 books that I'll be reading from my TBR prompts. Will I get through all of them? Yeah. I have a good feeling that I will. I'm very optimistic in that aspect. But will I? We don't know. You'll just have to find out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed me going through my TBR prompts once again and choosing my physical TBR for the month of July. I hope these choices are also very exciting for you as they are for me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys read any of these books, and let me know what I need to look out for, because I'm kind of scared. I'm terrified. And with that, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!